What's up, everybody? It's Sid and Millie back with another episode.
Hmm.
So we'll be kind of just talking about the first week in the World Cup that's been going on. If you've been watching,
Facts. Yeah, yeah. World Cup is in full swing in North America right now. So I'm sure a lot of people have been watching. There's been a lot of viewership. So
yeah,
presumably people are watching.
presumably.
So yeah, we're just going to chat about some of the games we've watched, what we've seen so far, and what we think about the tournament as it stands
Cool.
after the first week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk about some of your most like exciting games that you've watched, or like the ones you've
Yeah.
been most excited for? You
For
want to
sure.
start
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I would say honestly, most exciting game I've seen so far would definitely be the England Croatia game. I know
Okay,
it's pretty
valid.
fresh and hot off the press right now,
Yeah.
but I mean a 6 goal stunner back and forth in the first half. Pretty crazy to see. I think England definitely has a lot of strength. They're obviously one of the favorites for the tournament. And
Okay.
yeah, they played some good football, but Croatia obviously not having the same level of star power still put up a good fight, scored those 2 goals and pushed
Mm-hmm.
back. So it was a really exciting match of football.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, I
I was
was.
keyed in on that one too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was a really good one. Additionally, I'd say like the second half of like France Senegal
okay,
was massively entertaining. First half sleeper, just like this England game
because
actually,
they
but
tied or they France won.
France won.
France
Yeah,
won
yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting second half. They both teams really were going at it, and I think France obviously another big team that we're
Yeah,
expecting a lot of big
absolutely.
things from. Mbappe got his brace, scored his 2 goals. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what more can you ask
What
for?
more can you say?
Let me think. I'm trying to think of some. Well, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say about the who did Iran play? Because that was a pretty like exciting
Yeah, that was a
game.
4-4
I
or
didn't.
a 2-2 tie. It was I
Okay,
forget who they played,
I
but
forget
yeah,
too.
Iran.
I didn't really watch very much of that game,
Yeah,
but I had seen a lot about it of
yeah,
like
because
them coming back both times.
exactly, yeah, because if you didn't know, Iran is actually being forced to play with a handicap by FIFA and the United States. So essentially, Iran has to fly in to the United States from Mexico on game day, play their game, and then leave the United States right after their match. So no other team in the tournament has to deal with that nonsense, and it will naturally impact Iran's performance. So for Iran, despite this handicap that's been placed on them, they still showed up and got a result, and that's
Yeah,
huge for
which is
them.
just like really just shows their resilience and like
Facts.
they're
Yeah,
here
yeah,
to
yeah.
play. They're here to
Exactly.
like show out and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That
I
was
think
great
that
to see.
was
I
and
think
I know they
another.
were
Oh, go
playing
ahead.
for the 168, I believe it's 168
Yeah,
children who were killed in the
yeah,
bombing by
yeah,
the well, I don't know if it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
but you know,
But yeah,
so yeah.
so yeah, really good to see Iran. And then let's see, there was another big result with Capo Verde. They
Oh
tied Spain
yes.
in a
That's
huge,
crazy.
huge result for their country.
Yeah, and this was their
Um,
first time ever in the World
yeah,
Cup,
first
wasn't
time
it?
ever at the World
Yeah,
Cup.
wow. So huge for them to
Yeah,
tie
massive result. If you
Spain.
don't know, they're just a little island right off the coast of Senegal in Africa. And yeah, they held the Spanish Giants, who are the Euro champions, to a tie. So
Yeah,
pretty massive for
crazy.
them. Another kind of tie result, the Congo tied Portugal today as well.
Right?
So again, pretty surprising. Another tournament favorite, kind of
Mm-hmm.
underperforming. But on the flip side, another underdog really, showing up and playing up to the
Yeah,
level of their
which we love to
opponent. And
see.
and yeah, I think that is the what we love to see in the World Cup. You
Yes.
love the nature that every game is competitive. There's no easy wins anywhere. There will be no easy wins
Yeah,
anywhere.
we don't want to watch that anyway. I mean, I feel like there's just
Yeah.
no fun in watching a team get smacked. I
Well,
think we did see
Germany,
a
yeah,
7
Germany,
to
yeah, Germany took Germany did some
they did
damage.
do
Yeah,
that.
they
They did. So we
they were
did
not
see
messing
that
around at
one,
all. That was
but
crazy.
that
Yeah.
was
Whew.
crazy.
Yeah, that was a goal fest for sure.
Yeah. Oh my
So there have been a
gosh.
couple of games like that. I believe Austria was one as well. They beat someone Tunisia maybe like 4-1 or something, and
Oh,
then
okay.
Tunisia fired their coach. He was the first coach after the first game to get fired.
They do that?
Yeah, these coaches' jobs are
this,
always
this
on
is
the
my
line.
first time watching the World Cup, so
Yeah, I've not seen this happen at the World Cup before, but yeah, Tunisia literally fired their head coach after the
whoa,
first
that's
match.
tea.
So that was crazy. Yeah, pretty
Wow.
crazy. Because they had a pretty poor result. I think
Do they
another
have
one,
someone on standby?
Australia. Probably. Yeah,
Sorry,
I have no
sorry.
clue.
I'm just shocked to
Yeah,
hear
no,
that.
you're good. It is shocking news. I think the world was shocked a little
Yeah.
bit. Australia showed up and handled business. They were belt
Really?
to ass, Australia. Yeah, I forget
Really?
who
I
they
didn't even know
played,
they
but I know
played.
that they are in the United States bracket and they play the United States next. So
Oh.
that's going to be a big game because the United States, got to hand it to Poach. They were playing football.
Mm,
They were playing football.
okay.
That was a good match. So Team USA looks decent. They look solid. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle another very solid team in
Solid,
Australia
yeah.
because that will be their first real test of the tournament.
Facts.
So
Wow.
it'll be interesting to see what
I'm
happens there.
shocked Australia showed out like that. Are they usually
Yeah.
like pretty good?
I feel like it varies. I don't know if they've made it out of like the group before per se.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure. I don't want to be, whatever. But
Whatever.
yeah,
Someone will fact check
I'm not
us.
sure. Another team, Canada, had another kind of lackluster result. I believe they tied their first game, but it was a little bit surprising because
Okay.
again, Canada, this is kind of their golden generation of football. So hopefully they'll be able to make it out of their group this time
Oh,
as a host nation. Let's see who else. Mexico won. That was the first game.
right. Who did they play?
South Africa, and that was the
Okay.
game with all the red cards that we've
Right.
seen.
4 red cards in one
Crazy.
match.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
nuts.
crazy.
That was pretty crazy. And then of course we can address the elephant in the room, the Argentina match.
Oh,
Once again, FIFA highlighting and VAR highlighting that Argentina does indeed get special protection from the referees. I think
100%.
at this point it is an undisputable fact. Undisputable
Undisputable facts.
that FIFA is protecting Messi and helping Argentina. And
Please.
I'm sorry,
Please.
Messi stood on that player's Achilles heel and calf muscle was the most clear as day red card since Luis Suarez slapped the ball
They
out of the
didn't
net with
even
his hand.
look at it.
No, yeah, they
And
just
they
completely
didn't even
pass it over.
look at it.
Commentators didn't say anything about it. VAR didn't say anything about it. Referee was staring right at it, completely missed it.
He's
And
like the golden boy. They're like, we
yeah,
can't touch Messi.
yeah, I literally can't touch Messi.
Please.
And I think everything that happens in the match after a call like that is missed is invalidated because he should have been sent off.
And went on to score
2 more goals. Yeah.
hat-trick.
So yeah.
Come on.
It's
That's
just
so corrupt.
yeah, it's just really not good enough from
So
FIFA,
unfair.
not good enough from VAR, not good enough from the referees. It's honestly just pathetic. Like FIFA has been getting slack since the last World Cup because they gifted Argentina 6 different penalties in open play during the last World Cup. No
Wow.
other team in the World Cup last time got as many penalties as Argentina did. And now in their first game, there had been no controversy this whole World Cup so far. And in Argentina's first game, their captain should have been sent off, and he didn't even get a yellow card. That's corruption.
That's crazy.
That's corruption.
That just doesn't make any sort of sense.
So FIFA, VAR, you have explaining to do once again. Stop protecting Messi. We want to see a fair tournament this time. If you're going to do this PK and protect Argentina up until the final again, we'll probably tap out early because I'm not trying to see that garbage again, or I just won't watch Argentina's games. But he needs to be judged fairly. I'm sorry if you stud someone on the back of their calf and rake your cleat down their Achilles heel, you should be sent off. That is the clearest red card ever in history. He could have injured that player. He could have broken that guy's entire leg. In FIFA and VAR let it go. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
like I'm done with this.
Yeah. No, I won't even talk about the game because that's the only point in the game
literally,
that mattered.
Because nothing after that is valid.
No, if you give him a red card, the entire game changes and would have been 100% different.
Yep.
But because Argentina is allowed to do whatever they want, foul however they want, set picks by elbowing people in the chin, and again, the referee, no involvement, VAR, no involvement. So all of these cameras, all of this stuff is for naught because VAR isn't going to work against Argentina.
Right.
And that's pretty sad to see because again, I mean, the football wasn't really that good and they should have had a red card. So yeah. Does the win really count? Yeah. And it's pretty ironic and pretty damning from FIFA because they've been trying to remove the video evidence of Messi's red card from the internet. They've been copywriting, claiming anybody who's been posting or reposting Messi's stomp, essentially to hide the evidence of this clear as day red card. So that speaks volumes. Even ESPN
What?
has came out and said it was a red card. So even everybody, everybody knows it was a red card.
I am shocked to hear
Right.
that.
The
I'm
stifling of
like
information.
shocked, but I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we know that they like to what's the word I'm looking for?
Manipulate the results.
Well, that and also like suppress
Oh,
things.
yeah, yeah. Suppress things. Yeah,
So
makes
it's
sense.
not shocking, but like that is taking it to a whole new level, I feel
I
like.
know. Literally banning fans from talking about a controversial call so that you
Right.
don't get bad flack about it is insane.
I am
And
like,
guess what, FIFA? Here we are talking about it.
I know, we watched it. We
and there's
saw it with our
no
own
and there's
four
no
eyes.
clip in our video, so good luck copywriting us chatting about it. But anyway, yeah, clear as day red card, garbage officiating, VAR, FIFA cheaters. Yeah,
Yeah,
story
crazy.
tale as old as time. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about that.
Period.
Other games, I think after this first week, every game has brought a little bit of something.
Mm.
Every game has had something. I think we only had 1-0-0 tie, which was the Spain game, ironically. But I think other than that, every game has had a certain level of intensity. Every team is showing up to play and is ready to fight for their position. And that is the making of a phenomenal World Cup. There's going to be upsets. There's going to be heartbreak. And we're just getting started.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, literally just getting started. There's games on every single day.
Yeah, every single game. I mean, there's 2 more games on tonight. We got we got more games that we could chat about, but that's why I kind of figured after a week, go ahead and do a little recap of what we've seen so far. Players to watch. I think Mbappe, obviously. Holland got 2 goals as well for Norway. I think
Okay, I was like,
Norway's got
where's
a
he?
I think Norway's got a solid team. They
Okay.
could do some stuff. I'm trying to think. I believe it was Sweden.
Sweden.
Sweden. They have Alexander Isak and our former Iceman, Victor Lindelof, and they won their first game pretty comfortably as well. So they could be a little bit of a dark horse in the background.
Okay.
The Netherlands tied Japan. It was 2-2. It was a pretty heated back and forth game.
Okay.
I think Japan once again holds that dark horse status. I think
Yeah,
people
you said that they are like looking really good this year.
yeah, I think people kind of overlook Japan. They don't really like think that they're gonna play football, but then Japan shows up and they're a very sturdy team.
Okay.
And I think the Netherlands were a little bit taken aback by that, which is why we
Interesting.
saw the result we saw. I mean,
They tied though?
yeah, they
Okay.
tied, but I mean, again, Netherlands have Van Dijk and Japan is scoring on corner kicks. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. I think the Netherlands, obviously, we support the Netherlands, one of our favorite countries. So we'll be backing them. Hopefully, they can get a win and advance out of the group pretty comfortably here. Trying to think. Who else is out there? I'd love to see some of the Caribbean islands get some results. I'd love to see Haiti get a point.
I know there was some controversy about Haiti's
yeah,
like insignia that they had on
right,
their shirt.
yeah. FIFA of course didn't let them wear those ones, but yeah, per normal, FIFA doing what FIFA does. Again, like the FIFA president is someone who needs to be replaced. There needs to be an open vote amongst all football fans in the world
That would be
to
cool.
vote for who we think the FIFA president should be. All of these closed rooms with all these rich people and billion-dollar donors making decisions about a sport without the voice of the fans
Right.
and the players is insane to me.
I agree.
Not only do the players need an advocate who will speak on their behalf, but the fans need an advocate in those rooms that will speak on our behalf, because there's too many suit and tie guys making terrible decisions which are ruining our sport. And I think the first one of those is these hydration breaks. Absolute garbage. FIFA trying to turn football into a quartered sport with these forced ad revenue bullshit forced in our face. Absolute garbage.
Facts.
Football is not a hydration break sport. It is a clear ad revenue gambit that FIFA is running so that they can maximize their profits because they're a greedy, grubby company. That's the reality of it. It's not about the sport. It's not about the player protections. Literally, some of these stadiums are enclosed. The guys are playing in like 50-degree air conditioning. So if you think someone needs a water break playing in air conditioning, you don't understand our sport at all. It's disruptive to the flow of the game, disruptive to the sport as a whole, and it is just another money grub from FIFA, and I hate it.
That's crazy.
And I'm not the only one. A lot of people hate them. You're hearing the fans in the stadium booing the water breaks. So FIFA can't hide that. You're not going to be able to edit that out. I already heard it. They are booing the water breaks, and I'm booing from my couch as well because the water breaks suck.
That's true.
Yeah. Water breaks suck.
Yeah, agreed. I don't want commercials.
That's the first one. The second thing that FIFA has blundered is allowing the families of players into the country. I mean, you're telling me that politics now supersedes international sports tournament? I mean, it is an international tournament. It is meant to represent the entire world. And we're not even letting the families of certain countries into our country to watch their family members play football. It is disgusting.
True.
And what has FIFA done to fight back against that? What has FIFA done to help these families, to help these people get into the United States?
Literally
Zero. Nothing. So you've got players from Senegal, players from Congo, players from all of these countries, Morocco, Cape Verde, Iran, Iraq, who quite literally don't get to have their family and home fans at these stadiums due to the political nature of the United States. And that is disgusting.
Yeah.
They are ruining the epitome of what this tournament is supposed to represent, which is unity of the entire world through football, through sport.
100%. All of these teams, all of their fans, all of their families, they're supposed to be guests in the United States, in our country. And they're literally being treated like they're just unwelcome. So why is the United States hosting the World Cup?
I honestly don't know. I wish they would have moved all the games to Canada and Mexico, because then at least the fans and family members of certain players would actually get to watch their family members play football in the World Cup. It seems like massively dumb that is even happening, but again, just speaks volumes to the state of the United States and also the state of FIFA, organization in shambles that's clearly only after maximizing profits and does not care about upholding the sanctity of our sport. And that is troubling. That is concerning. And you can kind of see that, like, for me, right, like we've watched Manchester United play at Wembley, stadiums that are packed with real fans. They're singing, there's chants, there's cheers, there's songs, there's all sorts of stuff to support your team. These American stadiums are silent. Why? Because actual fans are priced out of getting to see their countries and see their teams play. So you've got all of these people who can afford it that are at these stadiums that don't actually support these teams. That's why you're not hearing a chant. That's why you're not hearing, songs from the country land. You're not hearing that for any country because they don't have their supporters here at the stadiums because of US immigration policy. And that is really sad. And it has, degraded the tournament. So.
It's super disheartening.
It's like, anybody can cheer when there's a goal, right?
I know.
Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And that's all we're seeing right now. Where are the songs during the game? Where's the chant for the team? Like, we're not seeing those things because it's not true fans that are here. And I think that's a really disappointing part of this whole thing, is not getting to feel that like real authentic support from the fan bases of the teams that are here. So, but that's just is what it is. I guess that's what our experience will be. We'll just hear the crowd noise and hear everybody,
the commentary.
That would be all. So it's just these little things that FIFA did very poorly, that they could have done better. And if they were truly trying to protect the sanctity of the sport, they would do better, but they don't care about that. And so as they're trying to maximize their profits, we have to deal with water breaks and ad breaks and all sorts of garbage forced in our face, and we hate it. But the one thing that hasn't been disappointing is the caliber of football. So if nothing else, watching the games has actually been decent. The football is good. The teams are playing high risk football, attacking football, and really getting after it and competing. And that is really what we want to see. We love to see that.
Yeah,
so
that's been super exciting to watch.
So I think there's a lot more to come. It will only get better as the tournament goes on. Truly. So we'll see which favorites we might lose in the group stage. And we'll report back next week.
Yes, we shall.
This is a little World Cup recap after the first week of the North American World Cup.
You made it this far.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.